Good morning, children. In the last class, we have discussed about different types of natural indicators. In today's class, we will discuss about very important reaction, that is neutralization reaction. What is neutralization reaction, as well as what happens during the neutralization reaction, we have to discuss in this class. First, we will discuss about the one experiment to understand the neutralization reaction. To understand neutralization reaction, we have to discuss, or we have to uh, understand one experiment. Well, for that experiment, we have to require some of the chemical test tube as well as a dropper. What you have to do for this experiment? First, you have to take test tube. One test tube you have to take, and in that 1/4 of the acid you have to take. Which acid? You dilute acid you take. Dilute means it will be added with water. There is two types of acid will be there. It means concentrated acid and dilute acid. Concentrated means what? Acid is more. There is no addition of water for that. Dilute means water is added to that. Acid content is less and water content is more. It is not dangerous. If concentrated acids are dangerous and they are very corrosive and it will burn. If you touch with bare hand, it will burn, and some of the other articles will also burn. That's why concentrated acids are dangerous while carrying the experiment with acids. We should be careful. Okay, while carrying out different experiment, if you are using acid, you should be careful. Because the acids are corrosive in nature. Corrosive means they will burn and they will damage the articles. Okay, first we will discuss about the experiment. First you have to take test tube and you have to take hydrochloric acid. The formula is HCl, hydrochloric acid. 1/4 of hydrochloric acid should be taken in the test tube, or 5 to 6 ml of hydrochloric acid is dilute hydrochloric acid is taken in the test tube, and for that you have to add 2 to 3 drops of an indicator, the chemical indicator. The name of that indicator is phenolphthalein. You have to add 2 to 3 drops of indicator to that. Which one? Acid. Okay, in the test tube. And you have to note the color of both acid as well as phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein indicator is colorless, first of all. And then acid is also colorless. When the phenolphthalein indicator is in acid, that will be in colorless position or colorless state or colorless appearance. And then what you have to do? You have to take sodium hydroxide solution, that is base. Okay, sodium hydroxide solution. The formula is NaOH. You have to take sodium hydroxide solution and you have to add with the help of dropper. You have to add drop by drop of sodium hydroxide solution to the acid present in the test tube. Okay, you have to add drop by drop like this, and you have to notice the color of this acid. When you add the base sodium hydroxide to the acid, what happens when you go on adding the sodium hydroxide solution to the acid, hydrochloric acid? What happens if the amount of base will go on increasing? What happens? The color will just start changing. If you add 1 drop of that sodium hydroxide, you are going to go on adding, and when you add again 1 drop of sodium hydroxide solution to the acid, what happened? 1 drop. At that 1 drop, what happened? The color will change. That the color will appear. You will notice the color change. That will become a pink color, light pink color. If you add more and more sodium hydroxide, then color will become what? Dark pink color. That means the phenolphthalein indicator is what? Pink color in basic solution. It is a pink in appearance when it is in the basic solution. When it is in the acidic solution, it will be what? Colorless. Then the solution will become, on adding sodium hydroxide more and more, the solution will become basic, and then what happened? Then pink color will appear. First I told, when you go on adding at one point you will come across a slight pink color. That means light pink color. Again you add acid to that. What happened? Again color will disappear. Again you add again NaOH. Again what happened? It will again color will be reappeared. Pink color will come. That indicates that in acidic solution phenolphthalein is colorless, and in basic solution phenolphthalein is in pink color. This phenolphthalein is a indicator. Then what happened? That indicates the neutral solution. When there is a pink color appearance, then the solution will become neutral at that time. Okay, then first of all the solution is acidic, and at point then it will be a neutral solution. Again if you go on adding base sodium hydroxide again, then the solution will become basic. At that time you will come across a neutral solution. Neutral solution, you know what is the meaning of neutral solution. It will not change the color of the litmus. It is not basic, not acidic. Okay, in between that you will come across a neutral solution. This is about the experiment to understand the neutralization reaction. And usually in the laboratory there are mainly 3 acids are used. You have to remember that, very important. That's why usually in the laboratory there are 3 acids mainly used. They are what? Hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, that is formula is HCl, and sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, and another one is very important, nitric acid, that is HNO3. You have to remember, you have to write this one, and you have to remember that formula along with the name of the acid: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. These are the very important acids used in the laboratory to test different experiment, to carry out different experimenting. These acids will be in the dilute form or it may be in the concentrated form. Okay, dilute means water will be added to the acid, and concentrated means there is no addition of water for that. Okay, acid content is more in that. This is the different types of acids in the laboratory. This is about the experiment to understand the neutralization reaction. Now we will go for what is neutralization reaction. Okay, I told this one. In acid, phenolphthalein is in colorless. Phenolphthalein is colorless. In base, phenolphthalein is pink in color. I told while explaining this experiment. Next, we will move on. What happens during the neutralization reaction? This is very important reaction, neutralization. When you go for next higher classes, it will be helpful. Very helpful. Again and again, this topic will be reappeared. When an acidic solution is mixed with basic solution, both the solutions neutralize the effect of each other. When acid is added to basic solution, then both the effect will be neutralized and will become what? Neutral solution. In the neutralization reaction, what are the changes that takes place during the neutralization reaction? Very important. Okay, what are the changes that takes place during the neutralization reaction that we have to discuss? In neutralization reaction, heat is always produced or evolved. Heat is produced during the neutralization reaction. Always when you carry out neutralization reaction, heat will be produced. Very important. Okay, this is one change that occurs during the neutralization reaction. Another one very important, the heat evolved. Heat evolved raises the temperature of the reaction mixture. Reaction mixture, the temperature will be increased. When you are carrying out the reaction or when neutralization reaction is taking place, that time heat evolved that will increases the temperature of the reaction mixture. And next one, in this reaction, a new substance is formed. if there are new substance will be formed. The new substance formed during the neutralization reaction is a salt. Very important. A salt is a new substance formed during the neutralization reaction. Along with the salt, water is also released. Okay, all water is also released during the reaction. This salt is either acidic, basic, or it may be neutral. In this reaction, a new substance is formed. This is called salt, and water is also produced. It may be acidic, basic, or neutral in nature. And next, very important, what is the definition of neutralization reaction? They will ask, define neutralization reaction. Okay, what is neutralization reaction then? Or what is neutralization reaction? Explain with examples like that they will ask. Then what you have to explain, what is neutralization reaction? The reaction between an acid and base is known as neutralization reaction. If you are adding acid and base and you are carrying out reaction, that reaction is nothing but neutralization reaction. A reaction between acid and base is known as a neutralization reaction. Very important. A reaction between acid and base is known as an acid and base is known as a neutralization reaction. And a very good example of neutralization reaction is we discussed that experiment, that is acid plus base gives salt and water. During the neutralization reaction, salt and water is produced. Now example, acid is HCl. HCl means hydrochloric acid. Reacts with base, that is sodium hydroxide NaOH, and it forms water NaCl. You know that common salt NaCl, that is sodium chloride. Name of that is chemical name is sodium chloride, and water is produced. Along with the water, heat liberation. Heat is evolved during the neutralization reaction and new product will be formed, that is salt along with the water. This is about the neutralization reaction. Reaction between acid and base and produce water and salt along with the liberation of heat. This reaction is called as neutralization reaction. Again, you can give other examples for neutralization reaction. You can take, instead of hydrochloric acid, you can take sulfuric acid plus lime water. You can take lime water means calcium hydroxide you can take, and you can carry out the reaction between acid and base. There are many examples for neutralization reaction and they may form salt and water. That is nothing but neutralization reaction. You have to remember, it is very important, very important. Again and again I am telling, very important reaction, that is neutralization reaction. It is neutralization that will take place in our day-to-day life also. That will be neutralized. There are different neutralization reactions that takes place in our body also. Okay, now what are the different types of neutralization reactions, neutralization processes in day-to-day life that we have to discuss in the next class. Okay, if you have any doubt,